Same thing with the high note, with the Scepters of Fate, is hopefully you can honestly see that Leviatan is going to be where all that priority is going to go to in terms of those resources. And the mesh between the Lady Gen as well really shows that that's the kind of thing that we're going to be seeing here for Leviathan, is those resources are going to be pulled over to the Lady Sun just so we can get her online a little bit quicker, rather than waiting and it not happening, because that's going to be a lot of the damage output for the side of Leviathan, right?
Yeah, not ideal for the side of Lumesh, right? Actually getting hit with the Scepter of Fate. So June is able to deal a little bit of damage. Now, wave clear wise, I think they're pretty much even at this point, but simply because of the first move, looks like they will give away that River Sprite.
Yes, both of those minion waves have been negated there into the mid lane, but we still see Alfredo stick around here. But okay, Billy coming in.
That's quite a bit of damage. I'm not sure whether they can finish the job at this point. They will commit the flash. So that's a flashless Alfredios for the first 90 seconds after this.
Yes, a little bit of a refresh there. It would have been a nice bit of a first blood already in that first minute, right? If we saw that Lumesh was able to just get a little bit more damage onto the side of Malvinas Gaming. Alfredo sitting in that bush. Nobody's quite understood that he's there, right? That's a good hiding spot.
Yeah, at this point, it is paramount. They get the steal. It does go into the hands of Billy. So this is going to slow down the farm of Hot Feet for a little bit, right? As of now, I don't think they actually managed to steal any camps from the side of Leviathan. So MVG, Malvinas Gaming, they need to make something happen. They're trying in the mid.
Yeah, it seems to be a bit of a brawl there in the mid lane. I think it's a 3v2 for the side of Malvinas Gaming, but it looks like we're seeing Destro looking to try and take a few more hits onto this T1. We saw yesterday Destro was great at doing those macro plays, just making sure that it was able to put some pressure onto those side lanes. Orgren looking for a rotate round pretty wide, as well as the high now.
Yeah, at this point, you can see, right, Destro, it doesn't matter if he has lower health, he can still out-battle Senshi in this farm lane for the time being. So he needs to make sure that he keeps this pressure up. He's going to be supported by Billy as well, going to try and lay down the ult, really just push them away. In the meantime, nobody has really disturbed Andy in the jungle just yet.
Same with Jorgen, right? I mean, Hot Feet has definitely got those hot feet. He is all around the map. There is the path.
Yep, he's falling a bit low. Destro gonna try for it. Not gonna be able to hit the mark with the rolling raid here. Gonna have to just step back for a little bit. Doesn't really matter, right? With the wave breaker, does get the heals. It should be able to clear the lane as well. The big moment for me here, though, is actually that Leviathan has had their clash lane opened up. That's one free wave that I think at this point, Ziggy, he shouldn't miss.
No, yeah, it's a lot of gold to be taken up there, right? You don't want to be losing those last hits onto those minions, especially if you are behind in the gold, which Malvinas Gaming are behind ever so slightly. It's not a huge lead on the side of Leviathan, but it could slowly creep away from them.
Yep, Destro working hard onto Senshi. Oh, here comes a stun. Will be using the legal immunity to move out. So Senshi escapes, but the flash comes in. Can he get the first blood? That's a lot of damage. Destro will not be denied, and Leviathan make it work.
Yep, keep rolling on the side of Leviathan. That was a really aggressive dash-in, roll-in as well. The ultimate shell wasn't the finishing move there, right? That was just basically there to tickle and take a lot of damage in that early interaction. But Leviathan's Destro is still living up to the hype that we had from yesterday.
Yeah, this is a perfect start, right, for the Lady Sun here. So Destro, I think I like it. At this point, a Meteor, and probably going to the Master Sword first, right? And Alfredios, he can't deal with the farm lane duo at this point.
No, yeah, the neutral objectives are up, and it looks like it's going to be a clear win for the Leviathan team. They're taking the Tyrant first, a neutral objective for themselves. Cannon Blast does come through onto Billy. There may be a little bit hot water here. Hot Feet not to actually get into the hot water. He takes the Overlord.
Yep, path for passing laid down by Hot Feet with the Death's Precipice as well. Not going to work out too much. They're just going to stroll out on the side of Leviathan.
Yes, slowly though, nice that K-goal difference. The path of passing comes through. They're waiting for it.
Yeah, nothing much is going to happen here for the side of MVG because, you know, Leviathan, they're falling low and they understand they shouldn't overstep their boundaries.
Yes, and just a quick little look at the itemization there. We can see that Destro is up by 3.6k to 2.2 in that farm lane alone, Kin. That is some serious gains already as we get into that 5th minute.
Yeah, and curious about this, he actually went for the Axe of Torment first instead of the Master Sword. So he's looking for a little bit more of the armor penetration before he gets that double damage.
I mean, it makes sense, right? Especially with the likes of Orgren now being level 8. He has got his ultimate as well, so he's going to be able to take a lot of damage there. The Cannon Blast does come through.
Yeah, it's not looking too good. And to be honest, Leviatan happy with it. Billy at this point, he's able to tank through so much, and with the Wave Breaker, he is giving them so much heals. They can try for more. Leviatan opening up, but Death at Sunset going to be used defensively to move away, but the T1 is in trouble at this point. They will take it. Leviatan take a T1 and maybe looking for another kill.
Oh, Ziggy was just ever so close there, Kid. I wanted to just go like, hey, he's in there, but there is the think inside the box. Gonna be followed through with something else?
Yep, not gonna happen at this point. Alfredo is gonna be taken down, and it is Destro hitting the mark here with the rolling raid. Simple blow for a simple lead.
Okay, some more going on here as well, Kin.
Yep, they're not gonna, fully commit to this at this point. It's probably gonna be a disengage. Malvinas Gaming have already lost so much.
Yeah, they don't want to lose that T1 in the mid lane, right? Because this is kind of already looking like a less of a challenge for Leviathan from yesterday. I mean, they were a little bit tit for tat yesterday against Team Solid, but right now, Malvinas Gaming are struggling.
Yep, it's a tough one for them. At this point, they're still under-farmed. It is going to be a 3,000 gold deficit, and at this point, Death at Sunset. Maybe this is the opening they've been looking for. MVG, they want to try. They get the kill on the Destro. That's a big one, but Hot Feet unable to continue at this point. Can they get more? Alfredios needs to land that stun. Will not hit the mark, and Leviathan just lose out Destro. Small loss.
Small loss, but we can kind of see that Maxi doing the macro plays as well. Maxing out in the macro. We can see the Charlotte into the Clash lane, trying to force those minions into the T2 as well. Just trying to gain a lot more of those objectives for themselves on the side of Leviathan.
Yep, so they really just minimize the goal differential, right? They don't allow that comeback factor. And the only thing that's going on for the side of Malvinas Gaming is this push at the bot wave. Nothing else to be had, honestly.
Yeah, Senshi's actually done a really good job of actually trying to pull back that deficit, right? He's no longer a few K behind. He's only a few hundred behind now, which is really good for the side of Malvinas Gaming.
Yep, they just need an opening. And at this point, Papa passing, a pretty nice one, spots out 4. But there's a lot of members. In fact, the entire team of Leviathan is around here. They were looking for an opening, but it looks like they will just secure the tier 2. In the meantime, on the top side, they will try to even out the odds. It is going to be a T1 for the side of Malvinas Gaming, but until they get the stun, I don't think anything is going to happen too much here. Nice burst. Oh, hang on. It is going to be walking away with a sliver of health for June here. Does not commit the Fate Rewind, and it is going to be T1. Threatened at this point. Papa passing to try and deter them from coming in. Do not take that brunt of the damage. They will get it, and the wraparound seems to be coming from the side of Leviathan.
Yeah, Destro getting that Crimson Golem buff as well is going to do wonders for his damage. We can see that the Master Sword has been built, the second item there, so we're getting quite a bit more damage on top of the armor penetration as well.
Yep, and he's already halfway done with the first half of the item for the Eternity Blade. So this is not looking too good for the side of Malvinas Gaming.
Yes, I mean, already at the high ground turret here, Ken, there could be plenty of action just as we wait for these minions to rock around to the tier 2 in the mid lane. It does get taken down. Beta Scepter's trying to be used as a deterrent there, but we can see what happens now.
Yep, they're going to try and buy some time. Destructive Deluge going to be laid down in the top lane as well. They're rolling Ray coming in for the side of Destro. They will get the T3. That's an opening on the side. Conductor of Souls committed, but it's not enough. The burst comes in as Destro just destroys them in the top lane. Fate Rewind gonna try and save the base a little bit more. Does restore that T3 on the top.
Yeah, we can kind of see Ziggy here kind of give a little bit of a homage here to with Death from yesterday. Just really pushing those side lanes with the lane. Obviously not offering much within those team fights. We saw quite a few times where the Deaths on Sunset tried to come through, tried to get into that back line, but it just didn't really give... Was it giving what we needed, right? Was it be able to get to that back line?
Yeah, and you know, one thing I'm really surprised is now Destro has that 2,000 gold lead once again against Senshi.
He switches out the boots as well for that reduced crowd control. I've just spotted that he goes from the physical defense. He's like, hey, yo, I've got the damage now. I can roll in and basically deplete anybody when I get in there.
Yep, so at this point, it's all about the objectives. They have secured quite a bit of map control, so this Tyrant, bear in mind, it is a Shadow Tyrant going to go into the hands of the side of Leviatan.
Yeah, Leviathan is going to have a lot more damage now, as well as having that Crimson Golem buff, so plenty of damage coming through now, funneling onto the Destro right now as they approach the high ground turret.
Yep, they're looking for an opening at this point. They have to be careful. They have to pick the fights properly at this point. They do get that kill, middle kill. Going down does not do enough damage. The entirety of the side of Leviathan, they have found the opening. They get the first kill of this skirmish. Ziggy gonna take a fall, and Senshi's falling low as well. Nobody has died just yet. Destro gonna walk away safely as he retreats to the bottom to try and lifesteal some health back. And Leviathan, at the end of the day, they're just making sure Malvinas Gaming cannot operate properly.
So Path of Passing coming through, where we see some more engages here. We do have the minion waves trying to go through to that high ground turret in the mid lane once more, Ken. We're just waiting for some action to pop up. Andy is in there.
Yep, they should be able to secure that T3 in another push. At the same time, it is going to be some kind of deterrence coming out from the side of Malvinas Gaming. The stuns are coming in, but they will not stop that Team 3 in the mid from falling. And at this point, this could be the opening. Death at Sunset, jumping onto the backlines. Destro is falling low, will be taken out. Very good play by Ziggy. But on their own backlines, they have been caught. Heartbeat is down, Senshi is down. Not enough damage. June, the last man standing. And Leviathan will not be stopped. They will try for their best. And looks like game one will go into the hands of Leviathan.
Yeah, that was a great